All right, people, what is going on? Back with another episode. This is episode number 34 of the VF Cast. Yes, and we are talking about another service that's going to die off. You know, last week I talked about Google Stadia, which I thought was appropriate. The Google Stadia is not it. So I talked about that. If you want to check that out, that's my last episode. Check out the channel. You'll find that video. It's not too far behind this one. And today we're going to talk about another service that's dying off. And I know I may feel a little different than others, but I feel like I feel like this is a really significant situation, but I don't think it's as dire as some people making it out to be. And I'm going to explain why. Welcome to the VF Cast. I am VF Baller. This is the gaming side of what I do. On my other channel, I talk about sports and not sports gaming, but just sports in general when it comes to football. But over here, I take a step back and talk about my other passion, which is gaming. So this is the VF Cast. And like I said, I talk about gaming for the most part. And today we're going to talk about the Nintendo Wii U and 3DS eShops. They're shutting down. I got an article up here, and that I'm going to, skim through the article and give my opinions on the article. And I'm going to let you know what can you do as far as the Nintendo Wii U and the 3DS. Well, not mostly the 3DS, because I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not really a handheld type of gamer. It's one of the reasons why I haven't got a Switch yet. Don't jump on me yet. But I do love the Nintendo Wii U. I was one of the few that really like it. I think, one of the 13 million that actually have one and enjoy it. Now, what I will say, I wasn't a fan of it from the beginning because the game started out really slow, and it's been slow pretty much its entire life cycle. But one thing I really did like about the Nintendo Wii U was the eShop. I think the eShop was phenomenal. It's kind of picked up where the Nintendo Wii left off, and I got a handful of games off of the Wii U eShop. Not as many as I would like, but I probably will pick up and start buying some of those games because they're shutting the store down. Now there's other stories and other places all over YouTube telling you what you should do with your Wii U, and I will say that doing that to your Wii U, and I'm pretty sure we all know what we're talking about, doing that to your Wii U is very simple, and I totally get it. I understand why you would do that, and I'm not against it because I have modded consoles behind me, but I'm not sure if that's the route for me because I don't need. There's a lot of games on the Wii U eShop that I probably want that I'm pretty much not interested in, or I already have those games in other places. Now, and if I wanted those games, I honestly don't have a problem buying those games on the Wii, the Wii U eShop. And we're going to talk about that really quick. But first, let's talk about this article. It's about Polygon. I will have the link in the description. And we could, I'm gonna let you know my thoughts and opinions. It says Nintendo shutting down Wii U and Nintendo 3DS eShop, and it's frustrating fans. And I can understand why it's frustrating, but then again, I don't see how it is. But we will talk about that in a second. Nintendo will close the online stores for its Wii U console and 3DS handheld in late March 2023. Okay, so that's over a year from now. So therefore, we got plenty of time to before it shuts down. All right, let's keep going. After those stores called the Nintendo eShop shut down, it would no longer be possible to make digital purchases for the Wii U and Nintendo 3DS family of systems. The closure means that the game demos and other free content will no longer be able to download as of March 2023. But now listen now. Nintendo will make it more difficult to purchase games or other content on Wii U in 2022. Because of May 23rd of this year, Nintendo will end supporting adding funds to a Nintendo Wii Shop account on the Wii U and 3DS using a credit card. So basically, it is right now, it is, as of this recording, it is February 20th. May 23rd, you cannot add funds. So basically, you got 3 months. You got 3 months to buy games, basically. Now, as far as, let's see, it would no longer be possible to use a Nintendo eShop card to add funds into your account on the eShop on Wii U and 3DS family of systems, Nintendo said in a support notice. Oh, I'm sorry, let me back up. And on August 29th, it will be no longer be possible to use a Nintendo eShop to add funds to an account in a Nintendo eShop or Wii U or Nintendo 3DS family. So you got 3 months if you want to use your credit card. You got May, June, July, August. So you got 6 months if you want to use an eShop card. Before I go forward, let me back up and say that one more time because I might have confused a few people. In 3 months, you cannot no longer use a credit or debit card for the Nintendo eShop or 3DS. In 6 months, you cannot add funds with a Nintendo eShop card. So overall, you have 6 months to get whatever games you want. After March 2023, they said we'll no longer be able to re-download games. It still will be possible to re-download games and DLC to receive software updates and play games online. So basically, you just have 6 months total to get whatever games you want. And I guess you'll still be able to re-download games that you purchased and play games online. A lot of customers are not sitting. It's not sitting well with customers. Which I will say this: I'm not the biggest fan of a Wii U, but I love the system. But I'm not a big fan of it. I love the games on it. I love playing it. But I'm not one of these guys that are big fans of it like my original Xbox. If you know anything, I have a bunch of original Xbox stuff over here. I'm a big fan of the original Xbox. I have too many games. I just put it like that. I got too many games for the original Xbox. The Nintendo Wii U, I have roughly maybe about 30 games. And I got probably about the same amount of games from the eShop. So I do have a handful of games that I do play. But, we're not talking about the physicals. Let's talk about the digital stuff. I don't think a lot of people really cared for the Wii U digital shop. Like I said, it's only 13 million copies or 13 million consoles were sold in its life cycle. And once the Switch came, everybody jumped ship. Me and maybe like 10 more other people would still use their Wii U to play games. Nobody really cared about this console. Everybody thought it was trash. I ain't gonna say everybody. The majority of people thought it was trash and all this other stuff. So I feel like people that are upset about this is somewhat fake outrage. And I'm not saying like, the diehard people, but I feel like a lot of people who are coming to the defense of the eShop closing, which in some cases it's a warranted defense because of preservation. But I feel that some people are just jumping on the bandwagon just because. Same people who that just honestly don't care for the Wii U are jumping on here saying like, hey, this shouldn't happen. So you weren't out here when we was playing this console like this, but that's another story. Let's keep going. In addition, the many native Wii U and 3DS games now are only available in digital form, which are prohibitively expensive in physical form, which I'm surprised that Wii U games are actually expensive outside of the Hello Kitty game, but that's another story. The eShop closure will also mean the end of virtual console owners. Now this is what I really want to get into. Nintendo's current implementation of offering classic games on Nintendo Switch comes in forms of a subscription-based Nintendo Switch Online, which offers a meager number of NES and Super NES titles as well as N64 and Sega Genesis games, compared to the virtual console libraries on previous generation Nintendo platforms. Yes, like I said, this is what I want to get into because the Wii Virtual Console was probably like one of the best services that was ever put out in gaming. I mean, as far as downloading and purchasing content. I think the Game Pass has surpassed that, but that's another story. I feel that the Wii U, not the Wii U, but the Wii Virtual Console was amazing. And I feel like they did a disservice of delisting and shutting that down, because there were so many games on there that was on there that were really good and they played very, very well. I mean, the emulation on that was so good, it was almost to the point where you felt like you was playing the actual console. So I still have my Wii Virtual Console. I purchased every single game that I wanted to get on there, and that perfect. I'm glad that I did so. Unfortunately, you can't get any more games off of it. I think some people already hacked their Wii and put all the games they want, that whoever missed out or they did it prior to that because of preservation. Kudos. I'm not knocking them for that, but I have my Wii U the way it is. It's a natural, it's in its natural state, and it's not hacked. And I plan on doing my Wii U the same way. Now, the Wii U and the eShop is probably one of the last. This one and I want to say the PlayStation 3. Those stores are the last ones where I feel that you can purchase content and it's truly yours. I'm still kind of wary about the Xbox 360 store. I think that store is the same way, but I don't know how it, because it could be linked to the Xbox One and the Xbox Series iteration of the stores. I don't know if those games are yours to keep if something was to happen. Now, I know that with the whole CMOS battery thing, I think the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 is the same way, but we're going to be seeing that once it gets to that point to where, okay, those stores are shutting down, whether it be in 2032 or 2030 or 2033, when the PlayStation 5 and is actually, probably going to close around that time, knowing how these systems are now. So this console is probably like one of the last ones where you can buy something and it's yours. And this is really telling when you're looking at the Virtual Console on the Nintendo Switch, or the Virtual Console on the Nintendo Switch, where it's all subscription based, which I think is absolutely terrible. But I don't even want to go down that route because it's a scam in my opinion. Nintendo acknowledged those concerns in a frequently asked question following the question and answer, which it deleted from the support site. This was awesome, because I know a lot of other videos are talking about this, and it just shows you where Nintendo mindset is going forward. In a frequently asked question, Nintendo was not self-aware of what's going on, and they put this on their website. And the question was, once it's no longer to purchase software in the Nintendo eShop and Wii U and the Nintendo 3DS family systems, many classic games for past platforms will cease to be available for purchase anywhere. Yeah, like I think which one nobody cares about the game, like Castlevania Dracula X, but let's not talk about that. Nobody really likes that game, but okay. Will you make classic games available to own some other way? If not, then why? Doesn't Nintendo have an obligation to preserve its classic games by continually making them available for purchase? Okay, first question. Will you make classic games available to own some other way? Well, all these three questions are the same. So it said, if not, then why? And does they have an obligation? I'm gonna be honest with you. No, they don't have an obligation to do that. Much people want to talk about, oh, it's Nintendo, they need to do this by their fans. No, as a business, they don't have to do anything. Now it's for us as consumers to continue to support the BS that they're doing. Now, if you want to support that BS, that's fine. But this is one of the reasons why I never was on board with like subscription-based stuff or anything like that. Now, I know it may sound like a hypocrite because it's Game Pass, because I love but Game Pass was never in the business of trying to, give you things for free. They told you, not give you things for free, but give you things to keep. They told you up front it's a subscription base. And on top of that, if you wanted to, you could purchase the games. And I'm still kind of worried if these games are still, you're able to keep them once you download them. I think you can, but I'm not sure, because I know on my 360, I think if I go offline or whatever, the games are still on my hard drive. They're mine to keep. And I think I'll always be able to download them if I wanted to. But I'm not sure about the 360. But I think Game Pass was up front. Look, this is subscription based. Purchase these games if you want to. And there's never been a question about keeping those games. But I'm not a fan of subscription-based stuff because of the fact that they can take it away. Look at Google Stadia. Nevertheless, they don't have an obligation to do this. And they basically told you this. Now, I know they deleted it because there's a little bit of truth in this, but this is not good for fan service. It's not good at all because they feel like if you were able to put it out there, you should be able to purchase it anytime. Now, let's step back for a second. This is just like any other service that's out there in retail or in commerce or whatever the case may be. There's some items at fast food restaurants that used to be available. The company just stripped it. It's no longer available anymore. The place I work at, I work for a bottling company where, basically where we serve drinks and stuff. We sell drinks. And there's some drinks that we used to serve. We don't serve them anymore. We don't bottle them. We don't distribute them anymore. There's some items in, like I said, various stores that have these titles or have things that people really like. They just don't sell. Like I remember in McDonald's where the McRib was an annual thing. I don't know if it still is. I don't eat there, but I remember they used to have it, then they take it away. So they're not obligated to do this stuff. Just because it's been out there before, that doesn't mean it's always available. That's one reason why you don't see Air Jordans in shoes in stores all the time. Because the Jordans aren't readily available all the time. Every now and then they may put them back out there and people line up and buy them. But that doesn't, just because the Jordan 10 came out in the 90s, that doesn't mean it should always be on the shelf. So basically this is Nintendo's answer. Across Nintendo Switch online memberships over 130, okay, whatever. We're not talking about Nintendo Switch. We think this is effective. Oh, some of the games are enhanced. The new features such as online play. Okay, play online. Online is not that good from what I hear. We think that this is an effective way to make classic content easily available on broad range of players. With these libraries, and new and long-time players can not only find games they remember or have heard about, but other fun games they might not have thought to seek out otherwise. We currently have no plans to offer classic content in other ways. 130 games on the Switch. The Wii U has over 900 games. Y'all may not know this, but the Wii and the Wii U had TurboGrafx 16 games on it. It had games for the PC Engine. Once those games are gone, there's literally like no way to get them anywhere else online, unless if you go through piracy routes. The PlayStation 3 do have a TurboGrafx PC Engine avenue to get games, but that store is almost closing down, and you have to go to the Japanese store to get them. Nevertheless, there's some great Super Nintendo games on the Wii U eShop, which we'll go through those in a little bit. There's some great NES games, though there's not a part of the 130 classic games that are on there. Yeah, you can play online, but some people don't like to play these games online. They want to have them just to play them at their own leisure. This is a terrible answer for this question. To be honest with you, it's an honest answer, and it's a reality answer. So I'm not really knocking them for it because it's the truth, and I wish other companies be this honest, but at the same time, it's not good fan service. It really isn't. So this is the main issue with this. You cannot purchase these games in other ways, so this is what we're dealing with. People are going to pirate this stuff. People are going to necessarily keep what they own. If they bought these games off the Wii U and you're going to take it away, they're going to either re-download them or they're going to find a way to hack their system so they'll always keep it for purchase. To some extent, if they own the game, I don't blame them. But I don't plan on doing that. We're going to go and let me open up my controller. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to go through my my collection on the Wii U, and we're going to go through the eShop, and I'm going to talk about some games that I may or may not purchase. And that's pretty much going to be the end of this episode. But this is the route that I'm going to preserve the games that I want. Now, I don't knock anybody who's trying to preserve every game on the eShop. I think that's a noble cause. Me personally, I have no desire to do it because I'm not trying to preserve every game that's out there. I'm basically just trying to preserve the games that I want to keep so I can play when I get ready. So in the console itself, I have Mario Kart 8, I have Super Mario Advance, I have Super Mario Advance 4, which I need to go get the other Super Mario Advances. This is basically Mario 2 in Super Nintendo, Game Boy Advance version, which another thing, this is a good way to get Game Boy Advance games, which you can't get those anywhere. I don't think the Nintendo Advance games are on the Switch. And the Game Boy Advance games work well with this handheld. They look good, they play good on it, and not only that, you can play them on a big screen, which outside of the Hyperkin situation and you want to buy that expensive Game Boy player, you know, this is a really good way to do so. So that is one good reason to keep your Wii U, in my opinion. So like I said, this is Super Mario 3, Super Advance 4. This is another Game Boy Advance game, Super Mario Kart Super Circuit, which I think is pretty good. Another Game Boy Advance game, so you kind of see this running theme with Game Boy Advance games, but that's another story. Circle of Moon, very good Castlevania game, very good game. I got Final Fight 1, 2, and 3. Castlevania Dracula X, which is basically the black child of the Castlevania series. 2D Castlevania anyway. This right here, Blazing Lasers, is a TurboGrafx 16 game. Beautiful game, love the game. Blazing Lasers, highly recommend. Mario Golf, this is for the N64. Mario Kart 64 is another N64 game, obviously. It's another way to play N64 games on here as well, which I highly recommend. Contra Advance, the Alien Wars, that is a Game Boy Advance game. Super Street Fighter Revival, another Game Boy Advance game. Final Fight 1, Game Boy Advance game. Super Mario Kart 3D, Super Mario 3D World. I have 2 copies of this game, but I purchased this game on the Wii Shop because my both of the discs stopped working. And that's a running theme with the Wii U. You're gonna have some discs that stop working for some reason. You have to really, really clean them to work, or they just act funny. And I got Mario 64, which I don't know why I bought that, but okay, nevertheless. Let's go to the Nintendo Wii Shop. We're gonna look at some of these games that are out there. Some games that I may be purchasing, and you get to play some type of slot machine. I can never get this right. I'm not really good at it. Okay. All right. So now we are here in the Wii Shop. I do have Breath of the Wild, and I may buy this DLC for this just for the hell of it. And there's Mario Kart 8, Nintendo Selects. We're gonna go in here real quick. I'm gonna look what they have in here. Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD. I have that already on disc form. Mario & Luigi through Dream Team. This is a 3D game, so you have to go to the 3D shop to get that. Dark Moon is another one. See, these are not a 3D games, 3DS games that you may want to get. I'm not really into the handhelds like that. There's a 3D World, Pikmin 3, NES Remix. Both of these, I need to buy both of these because I heard these are really good. So I'm gonna add that to the wish list. I'm gonna add this one to the wish list as well. So by the time these next 3 months are up, I'll probably be purchasing those. Mario Galaxy 2, I did a pickup video on this, so I already have that game. I already have that on Wii already. Did I say this for the Wii U? It's for the Wii. Donkey Kong Country Returns, I have that on the Wii, so I'm not worrying about that. Ocarina of Time 3D, that is a 3DS game. Island Tour 3DS game, that's a 3DS game. New Island is 3DS, so that's all the Nintendo Selects that are on here. 16 of them. I thought it'd be more than that. All right, let's go back to the eShop. All right, let's see. This might be a little bit too loud. Let me cut that down a little bit. I don't want it to be too loud. All right, let's see what we got. Mario Kart 8. There's no new releases. Not worrying about that. Mario games. Legend of Zelda. We're gonna go to the Virtual Console in a second. That's what I really want to get into. Virtual Console, and down here they got the other classic stuff, and they got the genres over here. I'm gonna look at Mario games. They got 56 of them. Jesus Christ. Mario Hoops. Mario Strikers Charge. Now that's a game that I may want to pick up because I don't have that on the Wii. Mario 64 DS. And that's another thing. You can buy DS games on here and play them on the handheld right here. I don't need that version, to be honest. So Mario, let me get out of here because that's gonna be all over the place. Let's get into because I don't want to have to go into Mario games like that because I can go to the Virtual Console to see those. Some indie game. Now these are some of the games that's probably going to go away. Axiom Verge. I'm definitely going to get that. I'm gonna put that to the wish list. Heard that's a pretty good game. Severed. I've never played that, so I don't know. See, now a lot of these games here, these are the Wii U download only games. And I heard a lot of these games are actually pretty good. These games are going to go away. Fast Racing Neo, I'm definitely going to get that eventually, so I'm going to put that on the wish list. Shantae Risky Revenge, I think I have that on I think I got it on PS4 already. I think I do. Neo Assault, Nano Neo Assault, I never heard of this game. Let me see what this game's about. Kind of curious about this. It's a shooter? Interesting. Oh, it's a shoot 'em up type game. Okay. Twin stick shoot 'em up for the Wii. Okay, I'm sold. I'm gonna put that on the wish list. I'll probably try to get that one as well. Chasing Aura. The Pirate Curse. I'm not sure. I don't think I have that game. Just in case, I'm gonna put that on the wish list. A lot of the Avian Adventures. Avian. AVGN, that's pretty cool. Alright, so Shovel Knight Treasure Trove. I have that as a I have that already. They got a lot of games on here. How many games they have? 220 games. Jesus Christ. I don't think I'm gonna go through all of this. I'm just going to run through this real quick and see what I see. Oh my goodness. I don't think I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna have to go through this at another time. 220 games. That's crazy. But see, these are a lot of games that people are talking about. These are a lot of games. Pure Chess, I remember that game. I think that's on other platforms. So see, these are a lot of games that people are talking about that's going to be going away. These are games I've never seen before, and people are going to use this to preserve their games. I don't blame them. I don't blame it. Oddworld, New and Tasty. I've never heard of that. I never knew that there was an Oddworld that was called New and Tasty. I never knew that. I know there's other videos that's probably gonna be out here going through these type of games, and I'm going to be watching. Guyana Sisters is really good. I got this game on Wii U, and I think I got it on PS4. Very good game. Very good game. Joe's Diner. I heard that game was pretty good. I think I'm gonna get out of it because I'm about to go down a rabbit hole that I'm not sure I'm ready. I think I need to go down. Ali Ali. Heard of that game. Ninja Cake 3. I'm interested in that. I might look into that. But there are a lot of games on here that are basically going to be gone. These are Wii U download only games. And I don't know if any of these games are actually just locked to the Wii U. Like what games that are out here that may not be available anywhere else. Because it looks like a lot of these games are that way. Like I said, I think these are what, indie games? Yeah, they're indie games. So they're probably not available anywhere else. Maybe on PC, maybe. So I'm gonna go to Virtual Console, and well, I ain't gonna do that. I could do that, but I'll go this route. Yeah, let me go to Virtual Console. Let me go there. You go to the Virtual Console. There's Necromancer, TurboGrafx 16 game, Bomberman, Load Runner, Bomberman Panic, Salamander, which is a really good game. Lords of Thunder is an excellent game. I have that game on my Wii. So all of these are TurboGrafx 16 games. Gone. These are going to be gone once the store is over. So if you want to get them, this is a good time to get them. Soldier Blade, I have that on Wii U and PS3. Final Soldier, also on PS3 and the Wii. Rayman Having Rabbits. Raven Rabbits, I'm sorry. Devil's Crush is a good game. Newtopia. All these TurboGrafx-16 games. Look at this. Blazing Lasers, I purchased that. Alien Crusher is a good game. Bonk. Rayman 3. Game Boy Advance games. Now they're starting to get, there's more in the N64 games and TurboGrafx games. Ogre Battle 64. Gradius for TurboGrafx-16. Now we're getting to the NES stuff. But like I said, a lot of these games aren't available. There's my balance. I don't need to see that because I don't have any money on here. All right. So here's a virtual console. Basically, you can get some 3DS games, N64, which is only 21 games over here. And let's see. I have most of these games. F-Zero X, I'm definitely going to put that to the wish list because I have not been able to buy that for my N64 yet. Sin and Punishment. I have this on various no, I don't have it on various. I have it on my Wii shop, on the Nintendo Wii, and I got it in N64 version. I may double dip and buy that again. I'm not 100% sure. I'll put it to wishes just in case. Just in case if I decide to buy that again. I really like that game. I bought Mario Golf, Rave Race 64, Mario Tennis. I thought I got that game already. Nope. Sight Bike 64, kind of interested in that, but I'm not really sure. Put on the wish list just in case. And I'll put Mario Tennis over here as well. Okay, we're gonna go back. Let's look at the NES game. Now, NES games, I probably won't put any of these on my wish list. You pretty much know what you're getting into over here. As far as NES, there's not much to be said here. I can't think of any games that stand out that's on here that you must get. I think Mario Brothers 2, The Lost Levels, which is actually the Japan version of Mario 2, I think that's a must get. But all the other games, I pretty much have these already. I don't have Mighty Final Fight. I will say that. I may just get that one. But another thing about this, though, I have a lot of these games on my Wii, not my Wii, but my Nintendo Mini. So I have that as well. So, yeah, I have it on that as well. So not really worried about pulling games off of here. And plus the games don't look the best on here, but that's another story. Super Nintendo, the other one had 94. This one has 51. Great games on here. I love the NES, so these are great games, but you kind of know what you're getting into over here as well. I have a lot of these games on my mini console as well, the Super Nintendo mini console. So I don't know if I'm gonna be buying any games over here as well. I do like the fact that they have Street Fighter Alpha 2 on here. I already have that on the wish list. So I probably will be getting that because that game is not easy to find anymore. The Mega Man series, Mega Man X, I have that on PS4. So I'm not really big on that. I have Super Castlevania already on the real Super Nintendo. Super Street Fighter 2. Most of these I have these already. I don't see a big deal in trying to preserve many of these games because I already have them personally. But these are the games you may want to see. Wild Guns. Phenomenal game. I got that on my Wii Virtual Console as well. Mega Man X3. Vegas Stakes. Really good game. If you like to gamble. Rival Turf. I haven't played this game in a long time. I may put this on the wish list because I used to really like that game. Metal Marines. I never heard of that game. I may have to look into that. And Natsumi Championship Wrestling. Interesting. Okay. Now one more thing I'm probably gonna look into. Well, two more things I'm gonna look into before I go. I'm gonna look at the Game Boy Advance and I'm looking at the Nintendo DS. Let's see. Yeah, let's look at the Game Boy Advance. Have you seen? I already bought a lot of games on the Advance. If you've seen this earlier, so I want to look at some of these games as well. Metroid Fusion and Zero Mission. I may try to. I put Fusion on the wish list. I'm gonna put Zero Mission as well because I do like Metroid. I'm a big Metroid fan. Fire Emblem, I'm gonna have to look at some of those, but some of these other games, I don't really see. Klonoa 1 and 2, I'm going to put it. I like Klonoa. I like Klonoa a lot. I forgot these are on there. And let's see. What's wrong, baby? My son is here. What's wrong? You want mommy to come upstairs? She's gonna come upstairs when I finish, okay? And there's Mario event. Mario versus Donkey Kong. Different. That's different. Now they have a lot again, like the Battle Network. I'm not too much familiar with those. I may looking at those down sometime down the road. And let's see. They have Advance Wars 2. I heard that game is really good. Both the Advance Wars games are good. And I think at the end of the day, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get a lot of these advanced games. I'm going to go through here another time, like Area of Sorrow. I'm going to buy that. But I'm going to go through this at a later time where I actually going to look at some of these Game Boy Advance games. Because this is one of the few consoles where you can buy these games and play these games on your television. And they look really good. And I'm not big on the handheld stuff. So this is one of the reasons why I would probably do this. Pocky and Rocky with Becky. I don't know who Becky is, but nevertheless, I think that's another character you can use. Pocky and Rocky 1 and 2 is really good. I have that for the Super Nintendo, and they're fairly expensive games now. I'm surprised they're not on any of the I'm not surprised they're not on any of the Wii stuff. You could buy them, not the Wii stuff, but the Nintendo Switch stuff. Harmony of the Sonnets, I think I said that right. I'm going to buy that game. I already have that on the wish list. And finally, the last row, Harvest Moon, Car Battle of Joe, which is interesting. I already got Circular Moon and Contra Advance, Rayman Advance. I may look into that. Super Ghouls and Ghosts. No, I'm not really big on Super Ghouls and Ghosts, to be honest. Super Street Fighter 2's Turbo Revival. I'm a big fan of that, so I did buy that. Rayman 3. I know that's a advanced version, so it's not the real Rayman 3 that's on big consoles. Mega Man 04, 3. I think I have these on Super Nintendo. Not Super Nintendo, but I think I got that on the Zero series. But I'll probably get those as well. Now, I know there's something I don't have. And before I close, I'm definitely going to talk about this. Is the 3DS games. Now, I don't have any 3DS games. I don't have a 3DS. Or, I mean, I'm sorry, a DS. I don't have a DS. So I'm going to look into what these games have to offer. I may look into these. Partners in Time, interesting. Some of these games you won't be able to get anymore, honestly. Spirit Tracks, Brain Age. I had this on my wish list just in case I decide to hack my Wii U. Everybody know about the Brain Age game. Is the game that you use to hack your Wii U, or yeah. Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon, Metroid Prime Hunters. Interesting. I want to look and see what that game's about. We'll put that on the wish list. Animal Crossing, Kirby, Squeak Squad, Pokemon, Advance Wars, DS, Mario Party DS, Star Fox Command. I'm going to look into that as well. And the last row I'm going to look into Picross 3, DK Jungle Climber. Interesting. And Yoshi Touch and Go, which I heard that game before. But basically, that's pretty much it. I kind of know what games I'm going to probably be picking up down the road. There's a few other games I may haven't looked at, like Sonic games, Lego games, which that's going to be interesting because I do like the Lego games or whatever. But that's pretty much it for the Wii U. This is what you're dealing with. This episode went a little longer than I thought it would, but hey, it is what it is. If you want these games, this is the time to get it. These games are going to be gone within the next 3 months, honestly, or 6 months, because once August come around, you won't be able to purchase any of these games anymore. And I figured out what I'm going to do. I'm going to purchase a handful of these games. I already have my SD card in here, and I have enough storage to get all of these games. And these are the games that I'm interested in the games that I want. I'm not really a big fan of actually just preserving all of these games. I'm a fan of it, but I'm not the fan of me doing it. So shout out to everybody who's going to preserve these games and do what they can to keep these games alive. I'm going to do the same thing like I did on my Wii, and I'm doing the same thing I'm going to do on my PS3, which I will probably make another video down the road, because I'm going to put a new hard drive in my PS3 to pretty much get all the games that I want on the PS3, because that store is going to be closing really, really soon. I know they backtrack, but it's just a matter of time. They're going to be closing that as well. So this store is going to be going within a year. In 6 months, you're not going to be able to put any money on it. If you're interested, if you have a Wii U, I advise you to do something about that. I told you what I'm going to do about it. And this is what the route that I'm going. And hopefully you guys will do the same. If not, you know, keep hope alive. Fight against the company. The company don't care. They already told you. They took the statement down, what they're going to do. Yes, they are going to do it. They just don't want everybody to know to get bad PR. All right, y'all, I'm going to get out here. This is a lengthy video. I hope you guys made it this far. If you did, I really appreciate it. If you liked the video, share, hit the like button, share this video if you want to share this to your friends, and subscribe to the channel. So this is pretty much it. Until next time, I'll see you guys next week for the next episode, and I'll be making videos throughout the week. All right, y'all. Y'all take it easy. Y'all be blessed. Peace.